Candidates, please be ready for the passage. Mr. Speaker, Sir, I rise to give my wholehearted support to the resolution moved by my honourable friend to commemorate our 75th Independence Day this year in a befitting manner. As we all are aware, we got our political independence from the British in the year 1947. After a long struggle, the whole of India got united, first to fight the imperialistic forces, and then came together to build the country of our dreams. We started to build our country slowly yet steadily, always keeping in our mind and following constantly the eternal values of non-violence and peace in our path to progress. In the beginning, we focused on building our infrastructure projects and built big dams for irrigation, established the institutions for higher education, science and technology, as well as built our parliamentary institutions for a mature and vibrant democracy. We took the middle path in formulating our economic policies and tried to provide equal opportunities to both the public and private sectors. Sir, when India turns 75 on 15th August 2022, it will mark a moment which comes but rarely in history, when we step out from the old to the new. It will be the era of a new India, an era where India begins its journey to become a global leader in thought and action. The preparations towards this began in 2017 when the Honourable Prime Minister gave his clarion call for establishing a new India by 2022. Following this appeal, the Niti Aayog drafted a document entitled Strategy for New India. This policy document outlines a strategy which is all the more essential to transform the nation in the years to come. It contains 3 key messages or resolves enunciated given by Honourable Prime Minister. First, development must become a mass movement in which every Indian recognizes his or her role and also gets the tangible benefits occurring to him or her in the form of better ease of living. Second, development strategy should help achieve broad-based economic growth to ensure balanced development across all regions and states and across sectors. Third, the strategy, when implemented, will bridge the gap between public and private sector performance. The strategy of New India is an attempt to bring innovation, technology, enterprise, and efficient management together at the core of policy formulation and implementation. We believe that economic transformation cannot happen without public participation. Development must become a Jan Andolan. Sir, we all hear the term policy frequently in our debates and deliberations in the Parliament and in government. But what is a policy? In its simplest form, a policy is a framework or plan within which all actions for the accomplishment of an objective are intended, implemented, and evaluated. So, we can say a policy, which is well formulated, is a guiding light, a vision document. Public policy applies to the objectives that pertain to the welfare of the public. However, sir, I hope and trust that my honorable friends here will agree with me that the science of policy making is vast and varied. Given the brisk pace of development in the world, today the development in New India is expected to be achieved sooner than envisioned. Therefore, the policy formulation of New India must not fall behind. This cannot be achieved solely by conventional methods. It requires a paradigm shift in the thought process, methods, and tools of the policy makers. In agriculture, emphasis must shift to converting farmers to agri-entrepreneurs. The national agricultural markets should be further expanded. A unified national market coupled with opening up the export regime can boost the agriculture sector. Proper dissemination of the new techniques and more usage of reliable data on zero-budget natural farming should be undertaken in low-income rural areas so as to increase farmers' income and improve land quality. In 2014, when a new government took the reins of the country for the first time, a radical change was initiated in a sector that had never been paid the same attention before. The government began overhauling the health infrastructure through building new hospitals, medical colleges, and other medical facilities. It has rolled out various schemes to provide free health services to the poor in addition to boosting the health infrastructure sector in villages, towns, and large cities for balanced development. Traditionally, the reach of health infrastructure for the masses in the country has been abysmally low, which impedes in ensuring universal health services for all. The remote parts of the country are most affected as they lack competent health workers or infrastructure. With an aim to end this widespread anomaly, for the first time in the annual budget, health sector has been given the biggest share of fund allocation by hiking the provisions for this sector by 137%. The government, with the twin aims to combat the contagious disease in the initial stage and to provide facilities for timely and proper treatment, embarked on a mission to ramp up the health infrastructure. As a result, in the 2021-22 annual budget, special provisions have been made to enhance the budgetary provision for health infrastructure with a mission of health for all. The hike of 137% in the budget for the health sector highlights government's priorities. In view of the pandemic, special emphasis has been laid on promoting cleanliness to stop the outbreak of diseases. At the same time, it is essential to ensure affordable and effective treatment facilities to the poor and the needy. As I have mentioned earlier, government has also laid emphasis on improving health infrastructure and at the same time improving the quality of medical fraternity. It is working on mission mode to overcome any kind of hurdles faced by the health agencies. For this, it is consulting the experts, improving and empowering our research institutes and labs, advising the state governments and sharing the latest know-how with them.